Welcome back to another episode of the Day After Podcast, and we are back.
What's up, guys? Yeah, we missed doing some brand steals, so we just well, Joe, I have to give credit where credit's due. Decided, like, hey, why don't we do one? And I'm like, heck yeah. And this week was kind of like the easiest week for me to arrange to do that. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm interested to see how these peeps do. We've had pretty much everyone here at least once. In
Yeah,
some capacity.
yeah, I think so. I believe we've had Hunter Ellis.
Actually, we may not have.
Yeah, he's the one person I think we might not have on here.
Yeah, now that I say it, I'd say the only two, well, there's only really one that hasn't been, which would be Hunter. The only one where I'd say she hasn't really been on as much as everyone else is Ellie, but that was for our 43 prediction. Um, but yeah. Or have we used Stephanie before?
She might have been in our pre-merge season, but I don't think she did that well. I mean, if we're having trouble remembering, I'd imagine she went out early.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but yeah, we're gonna do some of these here or there. Never know necessarily when we're gonna keep doing these brand steals, but we're gonna try to get a few more out there for you guys because I know it's your guys' favorite content that we have here on the channel.
we are quite known for him.
Yep, yep. So yeah, here we are, champions, contenders versus pretenders. Let's get into it. Starting off on the champions tribe. I have selected Adam Klein from Lenos versus Gen X. Now, it is no secret. I've mentioned it many times on the channel before. This was the first season of Survivor that I ever watched. And after watching the first episode, I made my prediction of who I thought was winning the season. And I chose Adam Klein. And somehow it ended up being correct, and I am holding that with me till I die because that was amazing. And honestly, his Winners at War performance, I thought he was one of the best characters on the season. I thought he was a lot of fun.
He was cool. I mean, like he definitely he definitely it was an uphill battle for him and
Mhm.
obviously the podium scene it was like, is it actually? You never really know, but like it would
Mhm.
have been something crazy if it actually was. But like
Yeah.
that whole thing where he was like, I want to play your podium. That little simple.
Yeah, honestly though, he was thinking way more than Survivor was even thinking because that was something that happened on Australian Survivor. Adam, being the super fan that he is, figured, hey, there might be a chance that Survivor ends up copying Australian Survivor.
I think he's a I think he's ahead of his time because with the 40s, how things are now with how these beware advantages work and how complex the game is, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see that happening one day.
Yeah,
I think maybe they
I
might
thought it would already
literally.
happen. I thought they would have been like, oh, what, that is a good idea. Let's just put that there next season.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I think maybe because they don't want to outright copy anyone, so maybe
yeah,
that's why.
yeah.
But yeah,
Who
um,
knows?
Adam is. I liked Adam, especially in 33. And then, yeah, he is actually a winner on our channel, is he not?
He is not.
He is not.
He has come. He's gotten far. He's definitely been returning in All Star seasons, but
Yeah.
he has never gotten the dub.
Uh, well, this could be the one. I don't know. I don't think I'd be rooting for him, but he's been on here a while, so like it's a numbers game sometimes.
Exactly. You just gotta keep doing it, and sometimes might work.
Yeah.
Um, okay, now this next person, if you saw our winner rankings, he was actually my least favorite winner, but not necessarily favorite. It's just his game is like the worst of all of the winners in terms of he's the only survivor to win while getting voted off as the third boots. Um,
Yeah.
Now, besides all of that, he
I
is the
did.
person that I think it would be the most interesting to return to Survivor.
I agree. I agree. Those who watch that video knows that I place him a little higher.
Mhm.
We all know who my bottom pick was.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I almost put her on this cast. By the way,
I
she
would
she
have hated
was
you so
she
much.
almost made it.
No, you picked the right. You picked Natalie Anderson. She
Yeah.
makes sense to put on here. She is a worthy contender. The other person, did
Ooh,
Danny vote right? The
Danny
other,
Boatwright deserves it. She honestly
she is
she should
the.
be number one in the winners rankings. I think we should go back and rechange that list.
You love Tony too much.
Okay, fine. Number two for Danny. Okay, so yeah, Chris Underwood. Yeah, I think for most winners, I feel like once you win, it's like okay, good for you. Like enjoy your win. You don't need to necessarily come back to Survivor. I feel like Chris is like one of the few winners that now has to come back to Survivor
Yeah,
because his win is so questionable that we have to see it happen. Like we have to see him play again for us to really understand because he has a great his final six onward when he comes back into the game. Great.
very impressive.
Every day is like Tony Vlachos level gameplay
Yeah,
wise.
he steals the show at the end, and that's saying something when you have someone like Rick Devens.
Yeah, exactly. So like I do think that he has game. It's just he wasn't there for most of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that Chris Underwood definitely he is, I would say, I don't want to say controversial winner, even though technically that's what a category he would be under.
Mhm.
But there when someone is like a controversial winner, uh or a win that doesn't seem as earned. Some people are like, oh, well, can they do that again? Another great example is Michelle Fitzgerald, where
Mhm.
she felt invisible the first part, and then it wasn't until like the finale, basically, is where everyone started like, respecting her game and like seeing like, oh crap, she's actually a threat.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I feel like Chris Underwood. I think if there was a winner to come back, in like the new age of Survivor that hasn't already, I
Mhm.
feel like he is number one on that list.
Yeah, I do know that he was actually invited for Winners at War.
Really?
Yeah, but it would have been like such a quick turnaround that he decided not to. Like he would have basically found out he was winning and then like immediately got him back on to go out there.
I would have been like, I wonder who he would have taken, whose place he would have taken.
Yeah, I don't know. Yet again, this is just there's another person coming up later who is also someone who is potentially going to be on a big season, but ends up getting cut last second as well. So
I'm guessing. I'm pretty sure you mean Natalie Anderson because
no,
Tyson.
and actually not on this tribe.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Then
Later on, there's going to be another person who is in a very similar boat that kind of just missed out.
this is
But
why I love posting with Joe, because like he knows some stuff that I don't know. So it's like really cool learning this stuff.
hey, I'll just look up people and they'll have trivia facts on them, and I'll just be like, oh, okay.
Nice. Uh, ooh, so like now I'm like, we'll get on this later because
Yeah.
like we got now I'm like theorizing. Anywho. So next up we have Erica Kasupanen. And if I messed that up, I am very sorry. Uh
Super. Yeah. You know what? I started and then I failed, and now I'm just gonna say you did good.
Anywho, we're just gonna refer to her as Erica because there is no other Erica on this season. Anywho, so she is the winner of 41, the first one of new school. And I wouldn't say I wouldn't say a controversial winner. She definitely had some luck that really helped her pre-merge and Furge or Mergatory.
Yeah.
Um, with the hourglass twist, and then also her tribe not getting to go to tribal council because she was a little bit in hot water. Thing is, she didn't go, so therefore, it's I. So therefore, there are plenty of winners who have that have happened to, or contestants in general, where they didn't go to tribal council pre-jury
Yeah.
until it happened.
Yeah.
Anywho, she was a very good sleeper threat. And I remember like when it started happening where we were like, oh wait, Erica might win this. Or at least I was like, oh, which was kind of good because it was like her and Heather were the last two people on my team. And I was like, Erica.
Yeah, yeah, your team really
Uh,
got decimated, and it was not looking good because those two did not get like any screen time.
no,
Yeah, it made it very far.
no. Yeah.
Erica's big screen time was when she was doing the hourglass, like, and because of everyone's disdain for the hourglass, we refuse to acknowledge that moment.
Yeah. Um, but since then, Erica's been doing pretty good for herself. She is now, I believe, one of the hosts of Entertainment Weekly or Entertainment Tonight at in Canada.
Yeah.
So good on her. Make the rich keep getting richer.
Exactly. Yeah. Translate that over. I mean, she's a communications manager, so it makes sense for her to go into that kind of field.
Yeah. So, and because of like the other two I brought, which we'll get to in a bit, I was like, all right, I counter bring some of the new school as well because like we want to cast a wide net of people throughout the years.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, Erica, we'll see if she can manage to play now with no hourglass, and if she'll get more more
Oh wait,
spotlights.
I have to ask, did we even go through what this season's about?
Yeah, champions, contenders, pretenders.
Did we go into detail what that meant?
I guess we didn't break down exactly.
Okay, so champions is kind of self-explanatory because they're all winners. Contenders, it's someone not necessarily in the finals or at council, but like we're so close or a fan favorite to win,
Yeah.
but one little thing may have tipped
Yeah.
in their favor
Yeah.
wrong.
If one or
And,
two things go different, they're probably they have a good chance of winning that season.
yeah, and pretenders is someone that went home pre-jury that had a lot of potential. And yeah, so now that we got that out of the way, we can go back to
Here we go. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much then covers it also for Erica here. So let's move on now to Natalie Anderson, winner of San Juan del Sur and the runner-up of Winners at War. Um, and obviously was not going to be able to beat Tony Vlachos in the end, so there's really no chance there. And she kicked butt over on Edge of Extinction on that season. Being the
yeah,
first boot, I feel like a lot of people would just be like, whatever, and just kind of like be like, I guess I'm out. But she kept trying to get those fire tokens, kept doing all the challenges to try to get in, and ends up having just the treasury of fire tokens that she ends up winning the final challenge there. Comes back
yeah,
into the game. Um, Plays a worse final six onwards than Chris Underwood, and is honestly like Chris Underwood has now set the bar for an Edge of Extinction returnee. Like, if you don't play as good as Chris Underwood, they're gonna just be like, nah,
yeah.
you
Well,
didn't
let
put
me
yourself into fire. You don't deserve the win.
feel like the thing is, it's like we automatically is like because of how that happened too. It's like because we've had the closest thing to that we've had in the past was Redemption Island, and usually the people that came back at the final bit, aside from Ozzy, were
Mhm.
people that were like closer to the end already. Like with Andrea, it was like she was voted out what sixth or fifth, and that came back for a little bit more. And Ozzy, who made it to the fourth, who made it back, made it to like fourth place, then got booted again. First person to be voted out three times in the same season. Uh, and so, like, it's up until like Edge of Extinction, the twists like that has only really, at least in that very end game, only really benefited the people that were like closer to the end. I feel
Mhm.
like one of the things that Natalie and kind of Chris as well had going forward is like, well, I'm already a pre-merge boot. You
Mhm.
can't get lower than that, except for Natalie, where she's a first boot.
Yeah.
So it's like she literally has nothing to lose. She has she can only go up from there. So, and her being, a hardworking, determined person, obviously is going to, propel her further.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and she's one of the few people to be voted out on day two, if you remember.
Yeah, yeah.
So not even making it the 3 day first boot cycle, like even before that. So spent, yeah, has spent the most time on Edge of Extinction than anyone else has.
Hmm.
And that's including Edge of Extinction this season. So yeah, we'll see how Natalie holds up in this Champions Tribe. I do think she's going to be teaming up with Tyson.
I can see
We
that.
have seen that relationship happen. So yeah.
Definitely. All right, next up, we got Sarah Lucina. And part of the reason I chose her, I really respect her as a competitor. Obviously her, runs in Survivor. It is interesting. We're doing this on Kagayan, and it would be curious to see what would have happened if her and Tony kind of stuck together that season, what the
Hmm.
trajectory would have been. Because it did seem like Sarah was, when the merge came, a little, I wouldn't say in control, but she was definitely like a strong member within the kind of alliance moving forward. And Tony's like, nah, nah.
Hmm.
And since then, she's had really great outings. And, for those who haven't seen the Challenge USA, she was the female winner. And yeah, so like mad respect there. I feel
Hmm.
like um her strictly as a competitor is, very inspiring. And, she is one of the strongest contestants to be on Survivor, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely the strongest modern day female survivor.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I'm excited. I like the Cops Are Us alliance. She doesn't have any other cops on the season, I believe. So
No,
so yeah, she's gonna have to play like a criminal, like Game Changers, and that was the season she won. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. So we'll see. So part of the reason Lucina is here, and also the reason this person is here, is because they have a rivalry that just goes beyond all reality TV. Because in the Challenge USA, these two absolutely hated each other.
mhm.
And it was a fun kind of like rivalry that kind of happened there. We got Tyson Apostle, one of my favorite winners slash contestants. And I always root for Tyson. He was a not the winner pick for me, and well, I just got into Token Chain, so and I started, after he was eliminated. So I didn't really know him then. Didn't really know him in Heroes versus Villains because I didn't watch Token Chains and he was just kind of there. But I was like, oh, Tyson would be cool to win this game. He has long hair. I used to have a long hair. That was my association. But, like he had a really nice win throughout that. And yeah, he's like one of my favorite contestants. So I had to bring him on because I don't really bring him on enough. And part of the reason is my heart gets broken every single time because my favorites usually get voted out.
Yeah,
Because I have terrible luck with these brand steals.
yeah.
Like
Hey, he did make it very far in All Is Fair in Love
all's
and
fair.
War.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his big season, I think. I
It
think
was it definitely was.
he's gotten close another time. I forgot what season, but whenever I think of him and our brand steel, it's definitely All Is Fair.
Yeah, yeah. So, out of the winners or the champions, I am rooting for him. So yeah. Come on, Tyson.
Okay, yeah, Tyson Apostle. Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see him and Sarah, how they're going to work together. Is Tyson going to work with Natalie and maybe like one of the other three to try to take out Sarah or our Tyson Sarah going to be like, hey, you know what? Let's put our Challenge USA differences aside. Let's work together. Who knows?
We'll see. We will see.
Okay, let's now move on to the Contenders tribe. Okay, so I got the first one here. We got Kelly Wentworth, who at first was a pretender. She started her Survivor career as a pretender. She goes out in San Juan del Sur. It's like the fifth or sixth boot or something like that.
Yeah. Uh,
And then guess what? She ends up coming back for second chance, plays a crazy good game, gets fourth, but ends up coming also again for Edge of Extinction, is the best returning player in Edge of Extinction. And yeah, is considered now a modern day icon of
yeah.
Survivor.
Yeah. People are like, hey, you'll see on preseason and stuff like that. It's like, oh, who do you hope to play like? And a lot of people say Kelly Wentworth. She's one of the peeps.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Kelly Wentworth, because yeah, it is a little surprising. I wouldn't say surprising that she got, in second chance, but I think when you rewatch 29,
Mm-hmm.
as especially after watching second chance, you start to see, she did get a lot of screen time when she was on her tribe, in a sense, where it
Mm-hmm.
was like usually it was like a little something here, and the only reason she got voted out pre-merge was because she was kind of tied to her dad, and
Yep.
they didn't really respect her dad too much.
Yeah, her dad definitely cost her the game.
Yeah. Uh, Something she would probably never say out loud,
I
but
mean, she says it in Second Chance that she lost because
oh,
of her dad.
oh wait.
that was her
Well, fuck.
storyline for Second Chances.
But anywho, I would never say that. Like, I would be like, even if I believed in my hearts of hearts, if let's say a significant other or a parent or a sibling
Mhm.
got me voted out to side, I would never say that out loud. Apparently, Kelly would.
She should have
Um,
taken a page out of the Sierra Easton book,
yeah,
who ends up being on that season with her, and they form an alliance. So look how that
yeah.
worked out.
Well, I mean, worked great for her up until a point, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, yet
uh,
again, if she wins that final immunity, Jeremy goes home, Kelly wins the season.
yeah, without a
Like
doubt,
it's very close.
yeah. But yeah, obviously she's a winner on our brand steals. She has been featured very often. I'd say we have to do like you have your little list, so you probably have a tally of like which contestants have been used the most. I'm
Yeah,
definitely
I don't even
guilty.
have that list, honestly. I haven't been tallying every time someone's been used.
All right, well we got some homework. Well, I'm pretty sure she's in the top 10
if
or
any if
top
any of
15.
the watchers out there want to make us a list of all of our brand steals and how many times people have been used, that'd be amazing. Send that to me. I'll give you credits.
Yeah. Who knows? Christmas break's coming up. I might be
Yeah.
bored and might try this.
I know I
But
tried to do that for that ranking video of when we just had 20 seasons, and
it took you like
it
weeks.
took me like a good 2 or 3 weeks to make it.
Yeah. Um, did we do, was that a 2021 thing we did or a 2020?
That would have been 2021, I
It
think.
was early 2021 because I remember during our, so we did like a Australian Survivor of that, and it's the one I ended up winning. Uh, just had to plug myself in there. Uh, I remember doing that, and I got a call that I didn't get a job throughout it. So like, yes, it was 2021.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds about right there. So yeah, if anyone wants to do that, feel free. It's just gonna
Yep.
take weeks of your life.
Or a day, depending. I don't want to assume that you are very, very busy.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. Now, next up, we have another Kelly, Kelly Wigglesworth, from season one, is basically the contender because, like, the first ever Survivor, it was really close, and she played a pretty good game. It's just like I would say, jury management was kind of her biggest flaw in that sense
Mhm.
because Sue didn't like her at the end. And like there's an argument. I know in the show they were like, "Oh, hey, yeah, my fate in the game was also decided by choosing a number between 1 and 10."
Hmm.
Uh, which I mean, in a sense, yeah, that is something that could have been a vote your way. However, it was random, so it was like 50-50. I digress.
Yeah.
So there were some ways where she could have won. So like I would
Yeah.
say at least with Sue and with if she guessed right with Greg's little game,
Yeah.
she could have potentially won.
Yeah, I do know that some people have said that the number guess thing was not really a real question, that he had already decided to vote for Richard to win the season, and that he just wanted to be Greg and make a little joke kind of thing, and that be what decides it.
Yeah,
Um, but who knows? It's always hard after the season when people can start trying to say stuff that might have some truth, might not. Who knows?
kind of like a Danny Bow, right? Okay.
Unfortunately, she said it right, so or fortunately, so
Yeah, no, 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 no. Anywho,
but
all
yeah,
right.
Kelly Wigglesworth in here again with Kelly Wentworth. That's not going to be confusing for the viewers at home at all.
We'll just say their last names Wentworth, Wigglesworth. Uh,
It's so annoying that even the last names, like the last
are
half
very
of
are
are
kind of
this,
similar too.
yeah, they're both Kelly W's that
We
both
can
end
say
with
Kelly
Worth.
with two E's, Kelly with one E.
We could just say new Kelly, old Kelly.
Or season one Kelly, season 29 Kelly. We can't say season 32 Kelly because that just confuses people more.
Or
Anywho, we'll
yeah,
find. Yeah,
season 31 Kelly.
Kelly Wiggy, Kelly Wenty.
Yeah, yeah.
Wenty
So
doesn't roll with set off the tongue like Wiggy.
maybe we'll get lucky and one of them will be a pre-merge, and we don't have to worry about that.
Odds are it's gonna happen.
Yeah, most likely. Especially since they're both on the same tribe. That's already
Yeah,
two chances out of six here.
yeah. All right.
Okay. Moving on now to Lex Vandenberg, who was on our original Brand Steel, by the way.
Yeah,
He was there. He found his long lost son in Spencer. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, Lex, yet again, very close to winning the game, making it to the final three. Arguably, he was the bigger strategist of him, Ethan, and Big Tom. Like he was kind of more in that vein.
yeah.
So if he ends up, winning that final immunity, uh, I mean, I'm very curious. Does he vote off Ethan as a big threat, or does he take Ethan with him to the end as like trying to be able to say, hey, look at me, I still kept my alliance here together to the end. Um, and does
Tough
Lex
to say.
does Lex win if he brings Ethan? Like there are still some of those questions, but he was playing such a strong, dominant game up
Yeah,
into that point.
which makes him a good contender.
Yeah, yeah, and then All Stars only goes home because Boston Rob decided to pretty much break his little.
Break his promise.
Yeah, exactly. So
But like he was the front runner of that team
yeah,
or like he was the leader of that. Was it the green team? Yeah.
yeah.
And then they kind of switched. But yeah, the leader of that like little group.
Exactly. So yeah, it was he's definitely a strong player every time that he's gone out there. So we'll see if he can maybe be the leader of this tribe. There's someone else who might be trying to take that mantle, but we'll see.
We shall. We shall.
Okay, and then here's the last person for my group on the contenders. We got Omer's here, one of the most recent people I think who's worthy of the contender mantle. Um,
Mhm.
he pretty much was the front runner to win it until he finally gets voted out at final six.
Yeah.
He was controlling the entire game from the shadows. He was, he's just such a likable person. If he makes it to the end, he pretty much would have beaten anyone that he was up against at that point. I'd say even Marianne, who ends up winning the season, I think he would still beat her in a final three if they were there together.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And yeah, overall, just a really solid game player. Modern day Rob Cesternino, even.
I can see it a little bit. I can see
Mhm.
it. Yeah, I liked Omer. He was really good contestant going in. Um, even winning advantage without us knowing, did make the final cut.
Yeah.
Um, and then also being someone that took someone like Mike and was like, hey, yeah, uh, your number one has kind of been saying bad stuff about you. And then, Mike was like, oh, okay, he's dead. He's dead to me now. I'm with you. That is a terrible Mike impression, by the way. Uh, but, Omer was playing a really great game. And yeah, it was just because people were starting to be more and more aware of how great of a game he was playing, where,
Mhm.
he just had to be cut at that point.
Yeah,
So,
and I think if Marianne didn't realize that she needed to differentiate herself also from Omer,
yeah,
I think it could have been very different. Like she was the real catalyst of like, hey, he's playing a good game, and really had to like really try to wake people up to like make that move.
yeah,
So there's a very good chance if she doesn't have that moment to do it, that just doesn't happen.
very true. Very
Um,
true.
um,
All right. So next up, we got from Token Chains, Taj Johnson George, and she made it to the final three, and oh no, wait, final four. It's my bad. It's just because her and JT and Fishback were so tight. I see them as a three, and the thing is, it was like they both knew, even though JT played a incredible game with Fishback, that if Taj made it to the end because everyone loved Taj, that she would win, undoubtedly.
mhm.
Especially when people, even though they didn't have to, willingly gave their money to Taj so she can get the loved one experience.
Yeah.
Everyone just gave the rest of their money, even though she would have won regardless.
Mhm.
Legit. That is such like a big thing where it's like if you look at that, it's just like you don't bring that person to the end. And that's where Taj, went, that was the reason why she went out at four, not three, because they couldn't risk, having her any further than that.
Mhm. Yeah, which is crazy because she had a famous football player for a husband, so she is wealthy. So there is definitely like the could we have brought her and been like, hey, she doesn't need the money. The farm boy JT maybe needed it more. I mean, it did
Yeah,
seem like even though they had that story of Todd, like everyone's given her everything, it also seemed like they were giving JT everything as well.
true. Hey, I mean, it is like one of those survivor what if things.
Yeah.
Maybe not one of the big ones, but it is something where, Taj, yes, did come, and she was a pop star herself, so like
Mhm.
residuals and all that and money she made from doing that as well.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I mean, it's tough to say in Survivor how much of that plays into the who wins it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, gameplay and
I,
stuff
I,
is
I do know in David versus Goliath, Mike White lost a lot of votes because of that.
yeah,
I think even
like
he though was kind of like I shouldn't be getting the money. I think he even said something along those lines. I don't know if that got shown in it, but he was even kind of like these other people could use it way more than I could.
yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's why she's a contender here. And also just Taj, just great personality,
Yeah.
great on that season. And if she wasn't such a damn good mom and very loving of her children, we probably would have seen her in more seasons.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, so she wasn't the one. Okay.
Nope.
All right. Is Terry Dietz the one?
No, it's a pretender.
It's a pretender. Ooh, that's interesting. Well, we'll get to that
We'll
second.
get
First,
to
let's
it.
talk to Terry Dietz. Terry Dietz, obviously, he's one of the biggest contestants from like I would say the teens or like that kind of like teenish kind of like
The
era of Survivor.
early, like the pre regular immunity idol.
Yeah, yeah. And like, obviously he had that going in. However, the dude was a comp beast, taking out people like, half his age or not or around that ballpark. Basically, this was a season where everyone was divided by gender slash age, and he outshined pretty much everyone that was like younger than him. And
Mhm.
his, like with the fit kind of like, guys and stuff. He was like, nah, I got this. Very likable. He came back for second chance and he had a family emergency and had to leave. It is a thing where, it would, I can see it being a very different season if he stayed,
Yeah.
because he was getting a lot of screen time prior to that.
Yeah.
Um,
Though I could also see him being that next boot anyways, because remember, Kelly Wentworth was making a very conscious effort to throw him under the bus to the entire tribe. She had
yeah,
basically spread rumors to basically make everyone want to vote him out.
I mean, it's tough to say what would have happened because we don't live in that timeline.
Mhm.
Uh, but if we go back, everyone was targeting Terry, and like when he didn't have that, he always had that immunity idol. And when they got to the end, like Aris pulled through and stuff, and then it was like, no, we can't bring you Terry. No, you can't. Um, and so it's like one of those things where I feel like Panama is a great season.
Mhm.
If Terry would have won, I feel like it would have been a top 10 season,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
my opinion.
I could see that. I do think that the final two is definitely like compared to who we could have had in a final two scenario, like
Yeah.
Terry or Suri, even Shane as a funny like, haha, look
Shane
at
was,
this guy getting here, like that would have been more fun than getting Aris and the captain of sports Danielle.
yeah. Um, yeah. So Terry, I have mad respects. He's been on our channel a bunch. I think he won one time or he came really close.
Yeah,
Other than
I
that,
think he just lost because Chrissy voted differently, like messed up a vote in the end or something like that. That just cost him.
yeah. So wanted to bring him back because I love the guy. And so, yeah, definitely a strong contender.
Nice, nice. That does it there for the contender tribe. Okay, now we're bringing on to the person who I was talking about originally, who just missed out on being on Heroes versus Villains. We got Ace Gordon, who was going to be a villain on that season.
It would have made sense,
Yeah.
especially with they were bringing a lot of good bones. Was it? Well, it's debatable on who Russell knocked out.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, because there's talks that Shane was also in this running. It was basically Shane, Ace, were both people who were in like they were either on or an alternate. Like they were pretty much like neck and neck. And then Wrestle came on, and then they were just like, "Sorry guys, you're out."
yeah, it makes sense. So, I don't know, like it makes sense if you're gonna because Randy also is from Gabon.
Mhm.
It makes sense to have Randy more as the villain thing because he's
Yeah,
outright. He's like, he's not gonna win, but like God, he has such a personality where it's like, oh, you kind of have that, especially for a villain thing, because he is more of
yeah,
the if he had a mustache, the twirly kind of like evil mustache. But Ace is a bit more I would say behind the scenes, kind of like more he's smarter.
yeah.
He's more cool, calm, collective, more of a strategic threat. I mean, they kind of sense that, and then that's why he got out so early in Gabon.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah, he was one of my few people who I was really rooting for in Gabon. There were very few I will say because
uh,
you know my feelings on that season. So when he goes off, I'm just like, okay, well, now I gotta watch these people.
Ace has been on our channel before. He's never made any great impressions or anything like that. Uh,
Nah, I think he's only been pre-merged too. I think on our channel, maybe making an early merge as his best.
yeah, yeah, but it's a new day. It's a new season.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day.
Yes. Um, But yeah, so we'll see how he does this time around.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Here is another person from Cagayan. So home field advantage for Alexis Maxwell, who is the last pre-merge boot on Cagayan. Um, and I mostly just picked her because I feel like most Cagayan people get some like mention or something, but I feel like she's one of the people who kind of gets forgotten in kind of
Yeah,
the lore of Cagayan. Like so I kind of wanted to give some respect here to Alexis. I think her and Jeffra could have potentially been a pretty good power duo if they had been able to get some more control into the game. Um, but yeah, I feel like now everyone just remembers her for when she gets voted off, crying as she
yeah.
exits.
I mean, yeah, it always sucks going home, and
Yeah.
uh, but Alexis, part of the beauty tribe. She's a
Hmm.
very pretty woman. Um, but yeah, like Kagayan, like it's just one of those seasons where whenever they look at returnees, they're just like, all right, who from Kagayan can we get?
Yeah.
Uh, it's regarded as a lot of people regard it as the best season of Survivor, if not one of the best, like first time player
Yeah.
seasons.
It's definitely a
Um,
top three, regardless of who you are, I think.
Exactly. So it's even one of the only show or only seasons to have been honored with being on Netflix.
Yep.
Because there's only been 4 seasons that have ever been on Survivor, at least in America. I don't know how Netflix works on
Other
other
places.
places.
Yeah, that's why you got to get ExpressVPN, not a sponsor.
Yeah, but the 4 that they have are Heroes versus Villains, Kagayan, David versus Goliath, and I believe was it Fans versus Favorites?
Yeah, Micronesia.
Micronesia, yeah. So only those 4
And
out of
those are iconic seasons, I'd say.
they
Like
are
some of the best seasons of Survivor.
exactly. And so there you go. Yeah, so I'm having Alexis here. She is very much welcome.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right,
well, we'll
next.
see how she does, if she can manage to not go home pre-merge and cry on her way out.
Yeah. Uh, we'll see. We'll see. It's it is her season that she went home early on. So,
Yep.
all right. Next up, we got from Survivor 43. We got Ellie Scott, who she is a mergatory boot, and yeah, I think this is the most recent season at the time of recording. It's the season that we're currently watching. You know, we're right at the part where it's the 10 contestants left, and so Ellie leaving was like she was very prominent in the pre-merge,
Hmm.
and like very good story and stuff going ahead. Had a little bit of a villains edit because of her and Janine scheming to like try and gaslight Gabler into not playing his idol, which it's like very obvious gaslighting. It's
Yeah,
just
it's like everyday gaslighting. That's what happened on their tribal. Well, they just don't go to tribal after that first tribal. They're just not going, and it's just every day is just like, yeah, you don't need to play an idol. You
yeah,
should use that as a fake idol.
yeah. And so like um with that being said, I feel like when she got voted off, I was bummed that we don't get to see more of her.
Yeah.
So like that's why I hinted at way back when, about Ellie's elimination. Because like when Pretenders came out, I was even like, I feel like Ellie should be on because she was a great personality on the show when we had her. And I feel like I want to give her a little love.
Yeah, can I reveal that she was a last minute addition actually, because we came up with this a while ago. I think
Yeah,
maybe like right before Ellie even gets booted out, I think was when we came up with this idea. And so
yeah,
originally Ryan had Molly Byman from season 39 in the spot instead. But yeah, no, I agree. I think Ellie's a much better selection here.
fit.
I thought she was great TV, despite honestly having a pretty bad game. Like if you look at it, just like
Yeah.
even her first boots, she votes out Mariah, and then almost immediately is like, now let's do an all girls thing with Janine, and then just like isolates herself with Janine, even though they just voted off a girl. So
Yeah, it's what you gonna do? But yeah, we liked her so much though that I retconned earlier decision to get Ellie on here.
yeah,
So yeah, we'll see how things go for her this time around.
I,
Next up, we have a potential debut. I'm pretty sure it's
I
debut.
think so.
I don't know what other circumstance I would have brought this guy,
It would have had to
but
be pre-merged. That's the only reason I think he would come back.
even then, I don't think like I don't want to downplay talk him because like there's a reason I chose him. But like, like he's not I would say what makes Hunter Ellis from Micro not Micro March Sorry, I got my M seasons mixed up. Uh but what got Hunter Ellis for Marquesas chosen was he was kind of the leader of that tribe, or like the typical kind of like leader, strong guy, alpha male. And then Boston Rob was like, I honestly don't want that on my tribe. And so he kind of like pretty much just turned the votes against Hunter, which, is one of the things where it's like, wow, prior to that moment that wasn't really done before, because usually the people who are the predominant leaders usually make it to the merge or something like that. And
Yeah.
so that was kind of like, I would say, in some regards, kind of like a big moment for Survivor, his elimination,
Mhm.
because up until that point no one really went for the leaders
Yeah,
at
it was also the first big Boston Rob move, I'd say. It's I
exactly.
think when most people like look at the start of Boston Rob, it is
That
taking
was
out
it.
Hunter Ellis. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why he's here. Not saying like he's like one of my favorites or whatever, but I also wanted to bring someone where I didn't like I'm like 99% sure I've never brought Hunter before. I wanted to give like, there's a lot of reasons, and he just kind of like fit the bill on so many things where I was like, come on, Hunter.
Yeah. Alexis Maxwell, she hasn't been on before either, has she?
If she has, I think I can see her possibly being on before.
Yeah,
Whether it was
I
a
know Jeffra has, but
Jeffra definitely
I
has.
can't remember honestly Alexis. I'm now like thinking it through.
Um, this is why we need our tally.
Exactly. We need to have a constant spreadsheet just open.
Exactly. Uh, by Christmas, where I have more free time, I will, probably have a day where I'm cat sitting, because that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. With all the love, I love cats. I was a cat. Uh, uh,
Context.
I'll just let y'all just stew in that for a little bit without context. Uh, but just to do this justice for our channel, it'll be a lot easier once I have what we have done and just add on to it later.
Mhm.
Anywho, that all aside, Hunter Ellis.
Okay.
All right, next up we have Russell Swan. For those of you who don't know, my first season that I watched all the way through, because I watched like bits and pieces of Survivor prior to this, was the first one was Samoa. And Russell was a big, presence on his tribe. He was
Mhm.
elected leader. I know they didn't go to tribal as often. So like, there were some times where some people were like, Russell, but like they never went to tribal council to kind of resolve that. An argument could be made that, if that tribe just kept going and going, that could have, Russell, if he didn't have his, accident where, you know, his medic vac,
Mhm.
that, I wouldn't say that he may have won the game, but an argument can be made that, he would have been a much prominent figure on there on that season.
Mhm.
So felt like I should bring him.
Yeah, and I think even both seasons that he's been on, like he's been shown quite a bit. I feel because even
Yeah,
in Philippines, he's only in the first four episodes, but like that story arc of that tribe is centered around him pretty much for a
which is
lot of
kind of,
it.
yeah, and it's kind of like the reverse thing. He went from a tribe that hardly ever went to tribal council to being to one that just got decimated as a result of it.
Yeah, exactly. So I do think Russell Swan does add a lot to those first four episodes of Philippines, which I think are some of the just like saddest moments of Survivor, just seeing this tribe just
Yeah,
just do nothing.
especially going into this season, like I was still new to Survivor, so I did not know about Penner or Scoopin up until that point. So like
Mhm,
when they were bringing back Russell, I was like, "Hey, I watched that season. I liked him. Let's go." And so when
mhm.
he got voted off early, I was a little like, "Oh, well, that sucks."
Yeah. Yeah, I feel
But
that.
yeah,
He's also done pretty well on our channel. I'll say he makes deep runs pretty consistently. I want to say. Um, so we'll see if he can do it again.
we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, next up we got the last person, Stephanie Johnson from Ghost Island. She had I remember Ghost Island so much because she had so much like positive, like people were saying she was winning this season. She was going to win the game. She gets a pretty good edit early on too, and
Mhm.
basically just loses because she gets swap screwed and ends up being
Yeah.
on the minority. And yeah, just ends up just being missing out on the merge there. So I think if she could have made the merge, she could have been one of the people to shake up the game, get Dom and Wendell out of being in control. And yeah, I do think a lot of the pre-merge on Ghost Island would have been looking to shake up the game, but because a
Yeah.
lot of them end up going home, it just let Dom and Wendell kind of control the merge onwards.
That
So
makes sense.
so
Yeah,
yeah.
I like Stephanie. Like she had like a kid and stuff, and like she seemed very very nice. That's mostly what I remember about her.
Mhm,
But yeah, I'm glad she's back. I was sad to see her go both times that
mhm.
I've watched the season.
Yeah.
Because like 36 was a bit of a, I wouldn't say fever dream, but I remember, but I had so much going on in my life at that point
Hmm.
that I'm not surprised that I was forgetting details about 30 about Ghost Island.
Hmm.
So yeah, it sucked to see her go, and now she's back, and we'll see how she does.
Yeah, exactly. And she's probably not ever going to be on the actual show Survivor again because she did badmouth the show a little bit in pre season press, which is never a good thing to do if you want to come
Oh,
back.
oh, like no, just me being a professional in the field I am.
Yeah,
You never crap talk, even if you had
yeah,
a bad time. Don't
yeah,
bad talk the production you were in, or
exactly.
even while you're still doing press or anything like that.
Yeah.
Couple years down the road, maybe, but like while you're still
Yeah, especially
promoting
because
the
I
thing.
think she would have been a lock for a pre-merge season previously, like to be on that kind of thing. Like I think she was just one of the standouts to be put on that cast. But yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that does it there for the pretenders. Let's go down champions, contenders, and pretenders. Who are your favorite? And then we'll summarize who we think are our favorites overall.
All right. So for champions, I'd say it's Tyson. I
Mhm,
feel like he needs a victory on our channel. Obviously, if Natalie Anderson also does well, I'm totally fine with that. I think that would be cool.
mhm,
For contenders, you know, I've brought Lex a bunch of times, but I will say that I am kind of like leaning towards Taj and Terry
mhm,
from the contenders. Overall, I'd say Lex is kind of like a close second.
mhm.
And for pretenders, I think I have to root for Ellie
Oh,
because, like, I made that sub in for this. So, like, obviously, I have high hopes for her. And then Russell Swan, just because I'd say similar reasons to kind of like Terry, where done deep runs. He's a contestant I have enjoyed and like seeing in the actual show. So yeah,
Nice, nice. I think for champions, I'm rooting for Natalie and Sarah. I think I like to see one of those two take it home. For contenders, I'm going for Omer and Kelly. I think Kelly being the fourth two-time winner on our channel
yeah.
could be interesting. Um, and then for pretenders, I'm going with Ace Gordon and Russell Swan.
All right. I think that's a bad lineup. No, not a bad lineup.
Okay, and then pick two people overall from all three tribes.
Give you Tyson Apostle and Ellie Scott
Okay.
because I love Tyson. I would love for him to finally win one of these brand seals. And Ellie, because I subbed her in, and I feel like because I did that, I am like have to be so on board with her. Because watch her be first boot.
Yeah,
It
it's
watch her be the first boot.
that's how
That's
it
my
usually
luck.
goes with you. But
Yep.
I'm probably rooting most for Natalie and Omer. Natalie has, I think, in like 2 or 3 seasons, has been like the runner-up finalist that just loses. So she's been so
She's
close.
been brought a lot. I
Yeah,
know because we both enjoy her. We brought her for so many things. It just
yeah,
hasn't really worked out for her yet.
exactly. Okay, well, let's get into it. So the champions select Adam as the leader, contenders select Taj as leader, and the pretenders select Ellie as leader.
Nice.
So Adam selects Erica as the weakest player.
Well, fudge.
Taj selects Lex as the weakest player,
Bold. Very bold.
and Ellie selects Stephanie as the weakest player.
Well, she was crap talking Survivor, so
Exactly. She's trying to add some favor to the production of Survivor right now.
yep, yep,
Erica takes the clue to the hidden immunity idol.
yeah.
Lex takes the extra bag of rice, and Stephanie takes the extra bag of rice.
All right, so Erica is starting off
Started off
strong.
strong, but nothing found, no alliances. Nothing found, no alliances. Same
Nope.
here.
All
Let's
right.
see who is going to the first tribal council. Contenders win immunity, and the pretenders win immunity. The champions are
Oh
started off.
no. That's yeah, it's fitting, but dang.
Yeah, that is possibly the strongest players of the season going first. Tyson
Yep.
is impressing the rest of the team. Adam has a major meltdown.
Oh no.
Erica and Natalie bond strongly, and that's all we're getting.
I think it might be Adam,
It's
but
looking like Adam.
we'll get there in a sec.
Lex and Omer have a major fight.
What? You won. Stop.
Ace has a major meltdown. Hunter and Russell find something in common.
Leaders. I know we're worried about what might be coming up for this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
Stephanie arrested camp to restore her energy.
I would just been so shocked if it was like Stephanie is injured.
Yeah, Stephanie gets medevac. It's like all man production really did not want her winning.
No. All right.
Okay, well, it does seem like Adam is the most likely boot here.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
well,
see.
let's. First vote goes to Sarah. Second vote goes to Adam. Third vote goes to Sarah. Fourth vote goes to
Oh, snap.
Sarah. Fifth vote goes to Adam. Sarah
Hey,
Lucina is voted out first.
Tyson. I get Tyson has to vote for that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah. So
Tyson's like,
Chris
no.
Underwood is the only one to vote with Sarah there.
Well, that's not good for him.
Yeah. So Tyson gets his way, taking out Sarah, saying, "Hey, you won champion the Challenge USA. Now you're going to be the first boot of champions versus contenders versus pretenders."
Yep. CCP.
CCP. Chris Underwood finds the champion's hidden immunity idol.
He kind of needs it. Makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, there are no alliances here. Alexis
Ooh.
finds the Pretender's hidden immunity idol.
Okay.
Pretenders wins immunity. They also win a fishing kit and spices.
Nice.
He will stop messaging me. Champions win immunity. So they
No.
also win a smaller fishing set.
All right.
Okay. Chris has the idol. Adam and Erica have a major fight.
Adam, what is your deal?
He is wanting to just get in everyone's way this season, but he is bonding strongly with Tyson and
Okay.
creates an alliance with Natalie and Tyson. Oh my gosh, this is the Winners at
Winners at
War
war.
alliance.
Yeah. I don't know how well that's going to work out because Chris Underwood just got a idol. So
Yeah, maybe they just take out Erica.
I don't know. He can always play for someone else. Oh, nothing happens on Contenders. That's nice. They're going to tribal.
Yeah, whatever. They don't need to do anything. It's not like one of them's going home.
Yo, we'll roll a die.
I mean, modern day Survivor, they would do that. Ellie and Russell bond slightly. Russell is impressing the rest of the team. And a new alliance forms. The guys, the
Okay.
pretender guys, are forming an alliance.
And it
And
looks
Russell
like
is in with Ellie.
so that's like their potential fourth. Also, 666.
Yeah.
So we have zero data for this.
Yeah, this is just whoever.
There's like not really been anything on here except I think the one thing we got is a minor fight between Lex and Omer, but beside
Yeah.
that, nothing really. So I'm saying it might be one of those two.
Well, I saw the first vote. I think it is Omer. I think Lex is going to have a little more say in this tribe.
Potentially. He was perceived as the weakest, quote
Yeah.
unquote.
Yeah, true. Okay, well, let's see here. First vote goes to Omer. Second vote goes to Omer. Third vote goes to Omer. Fourth vote goes to Lex.
Oh, this is a showdown.
Fifth vote goes to Lex. One vote left. Lex, we are tied 3-3. Okay, let's see if anyone flips here.
Or we're going to rocks.
First vote goes to Lex. Second vote goes to Lex. Third vote goes to Omer. And Lex is voted out.
Dang.
Not quite there. So Terry makes the flip.
No one wants to go to rocks. Understandable.
Yeah.
Well, look at Pretenders.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good so far.
They're more like the Revengers now. It's like they're out for revenge, for not making the jury.
Exactly. They need to try to make it. Honestly, I think the Pretender's best option is to get to the end with another pretender. Like if they end up going with a champion or a contender, they might just be too crazy good players. Like they want to honestly get to the end with each other.
Exactly. I feel like it would just bond them.
Mm-hmm. Kelly finds the Contender's hidden immunity idol, specifically
Nice.
Kelly Wentworth.
Yes.
Alexis has the idol here. Let's see who wins immunity. Contenders win immunity. They also win comfort and shelter in the form of a tarp, blankets, pillows, mosquito net, and hammock. And the champions win immunity. They also win shelter in the form of a tarp.
All right. Well, Pretender will be going home tonight.
Yep.
Or within this episode.
Adam and Erica have a major fight.
Stop fighting with people.
Natalie's impressing the rest of the team. And Chris joins the alliance.
So this is just an anti-Erica, alliance.
Yeah, the anti-Erica coalition.
Yeah.
Kelly find something in common. I wonder what.
We're both Kelly W.
And our last name both ends with Worth.
Yay! They hug.
Kelly and Taj bond strongly as a new alliance forms between Kelly Wentworth, Kelly Wigglesworth, Omer, and Taj.
Well, this is anti-Terry coalition.
Yeah. Ellie and Hunter find something in common.
Nice.
Ellie has major meltdown.
Don't do this.
Stephanie is impressing the rest of the team. and a new alliance formed between the girls.
Okay, so it's
The guys versus the
guys versus
girls.
gals in this. So this can
Uh,
go any number of ways.
are we getting rocks? I already see this bar and it looks long.
I think we're going to rocks.
I think we might have rocks here.
All right, let's just go through. I have to be careful scratching. Um, no, because I don't want to ruin the shirt. Anyhow, not
Okay.
relevant.
First vote goes to Alexis. Second vote goes to Alexis. Third vote goes to Hunter. Fourth vote goes to Hunter. Fifth vote goes to Alexis. And sixth vote goes to Hunter. We are tied. Alexis could have prevented this if she played her idol.
Well, I mean, if she gets immune by this, then
Yeah.
it was actually a smart move.
Yeah, but if the Rocks take out one of her alliances, and now she's the next one to go next week.
Then she would have to play it eventually either.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
First vote goes to Hunter. Second vote goes to Alexis. Third vote goes to Hunter. Fourth vote goes to Alexis. We are tied. Ace, Ellie, Russell, or Stephanie will be going home without ever getting a vote against them.
Hold on. Because if it's Ellie, I might go up. I'm kind of poo bearing right now. I need to put on sweatpants or something.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be pissed off.
Yeah, if you get pissed
sure
off and just show off whatever's down there.
Well, I mean, I have underwear on, but we don't want. We're not doing. This is not this kind of podcast. There, sweatpants.
Perfect. Okay, now you're ready to see who goes home here?
Yeah.
It's Ellie. Well, Ryan, that was a good replacement.
Good call. Good call.
It really made a difference. To be fair, Molly would have been in this exact situation. There was nothing that could have been different here.
No.
Well, there goes Ellie. Yeah, guys versus girls. Girls have lost.
If she ever watches this episode.
Okay, well, let's keep it going here. A lot of 5s and 6 alliances so far. They're in 7th. They like those alliances. Champions win reward. They win chickens and a rooster. Pretenders win reward. They win 12 eggs.
Nice.
Pretenders win immunity and contenders win immunity. So champions go back to tribal. It's been pretty, even so far in terms of just like let's have you go, and now okay, you can wait a few times. So
yeah,
it's doing pretty good there. Chris has the idol, has a major meltdown, and gets into a major fight with Erica.
I mean, Erica's just going home. There's
Kelly
not much else.
and Terry bond strongly. And Omer leaves the alliance. Now it's just an all-girls alliance.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
It's Erica.
Yeah,
I don't see how yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Erica. First vote goes to Erica. Second vote goes to Erica. Third vote goes to Adam. And Erica goes home, yeah.
Yeah.
Very straightforward votes.
Now we got a twist.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm still upset by the Ellie thing. I'm just like
the tribe with the fewest remaining members will be dissolved, so the champions tribe is no longer. Now we only have contenders and pretenders. Okay. So the new contenders tribe is Adam, Chris, Hunter, Omer, Stephanie, Taj, and Terry.
all right.
Okay,
I'd say it's very playable.
Yeah. For pretty much anyone, if you can just get one other tribe or team to get someone over, you
Yeah.
you can definitely control the votes there. Um, and then pretenders, we got Ace, Alexis, Kelly Wentworth, Kelly Wigglesworth, Natalie, Russell, and Tyson.
Yeah. I'd say more or less the same, where it's kind of, depends on where the chips want to lie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one's a little easier for the pretenders. This one's a little easier for the contenders.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like if the champions and contenders team up, then that's a well. Alexis has the idol, so like that could
Mhm.
always play a factor into things. So does
Yeah,
Kelly. So we'll see. Uh, I'd say both have like an equal shot of going any direction.
definitely, definitely. Okay, let's move on here. Reward challenge. Contenders win reward. They win coffee and pastries.
Nice.
So good on them. Let's see if that fuels them for immunity. No, the pretenders win immunity.
All right, Tyson, you're still here. You're still here.
Chris and Stephanie bond slightly. Hunter and Taj have a minor disagreements.
Who's
And
leaving?
Chris leaves the alliance, the champions winner alliance. And Adam rests at camp to restore his energy. So
I
Chris
think
is defecting to the champions.
you might be going after Adam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, is he gonna try to flip on his other champion?
I think so.
First vote goes to Taj. Second vote goes to Hunter.
Or not.
Third vote goes to Taj. Fourth vote goes to Taj. Fifth vote goes to Hunter. And Taj is voted out. So she ends up getting swap screwed here. So even Terry flipped on Taj.
Dang.
So
So it was just basically her and Omer.
yeah, Omer's in a little bit of trouble now. Okay, moving on here. Pretenders. Nothing here. Okay, who wins immunity? Contenders win immunity.
All right, continuing this very even season.
Yeah, it's going back and forth. No one gets multiple wins in a row here.
Yeah.
Adam and Hunter bond slightly.
Okay.
Hunter has a major meltdown.
He's like, great. Now Adam's my number one. This is
Yeah,
baloney.
I bonded with Adam Klein. This can't be.
No. Oh God.
Alexis and Tyson bond strongly.
All right.
Natalie is impressing the rest of the team.
Can't read too much into this either.
Yeah, it could really go any way here.
We'll
I'm
say
going to say a Kelly goes home here. I'm going to say Wigglesworth. It's your time.
I think it's gonna be Ace.
Please don't be Ace. Kelly uses the contender's hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast against Kelly Wentworth does not count. First vote goes to Kelly, does not count. Second vote goes to Kelly, does not count. Third vote goes to Kelly, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Kelly, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Natalie. And Natalie Anderson
Well,
taken out.
dang. Dang. So who
Kelly
is
Kelly used it right here. Alexis and the Kellys took out Natalie here.
all right, still an uphill battle, but
Yeah,
like they only have to get through one more.
exactly. And how the season's going, contenders are going to tribal.
Yeah.
Okay, reward challenge. And the contenders win reward. They win a raid of the other tribe's camp.
Nice.
But the pretenders win immunity. They break the streak. Actually, no, they don't. That it's keeping up here. So yeah, it's a straight up contenders are going right back.
Yeah. So oh
Adam and Omer have a major fight.
Adam, stop being problematic.
He is very problematic this season.
Yes.
I don't know what game he's playing right now. It's just get into arguments and fights with everyone. A new alliance forms between Alexis, Kelly, and Tyson.
All right.
Tyson's been making sure he's in a lot of these alliances, I feel, on his tribes.
He's a smart cookie.
Okay.
I think it's Adam.
It's got to be Adam. He's been the pre-merge villain of the season, I think.
He's been, if not him, I'm gonna say Hunter, because keeping up with the evenness of Pretender maybe might be going.
Mm-hmm. Okay, first vote goes to Stephanie. Second vote goes to Stephanie. Third vote goes to Stephanie. Fourth vote goes to Chris. Fifth vote goes to Chris. We are tied between Chris Underwood and Stephanie Johnson.
I think it might be Steph.
If Chris goes home here, though, with an idol in his pockets,
that'd be unfortunate.
First vote goes to Chris. Second vote goes to Stephanie. Third vote goes to Chris.
Oh.
And Chris Underwood is voted out.
Well, and the merge is next episode, so someone better grab it quick.
Yeah. Wow.
Which I don't think that's what the simulator does. So.
Yeah, I don't think they can. Yeah. So yeah, Omer flipped over to vote out Chris there.
Well, because of what happened to Ellie, he's like, no, I don't want that to happen to me. So
yeah, I don't think I want to do rocks. Okay, here we have our merge contenders, the true contenders. Who are your front runner right now for playing the best game?
Say Wentworth is a good choice. I think Alexis, you can't knock her either. I feel Tyson is playing a kind of stealthy game, like we were saying, very alliance heavy. But yeah, things have been kind of like spread out and stuff. So it's been kind of hard to get like a read on everyone except for those little bits and pieces.
Yeah, I think the worst gameplay so far is definitely Adam. He did not do a good pre-merge. We'll see if he can correct himself. But also, a lot of the people he was getting arguments with are still here.
Not a good place to be.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we'll see how this goes here. Okay, let's see who wins immunity. Ace wins the first individual immunity.
Nice.
And Adam finds the true contender's super idol. The villain is here to stay, I think.
Oh god.
Oh boy. That's not good. Russell and Terry bond slightly.
Nice.
Ace rests at camp to restore his energy.
He's like, I don't need to go. I'm good.
Yeah, he won immunity. He's not going home. Why play the game right now? Okay.
What I think might happen.
Okay.
Adam is going to get voted out, but because he has the idol, he's going to come back on. And the person going home is, I'm going to say, Terry. Okay. I'm calling.
I'm going to say Hunter Ellis is the one who goes home here. No one stands. First vote goes to Hunter. Second vote goes to Terry. Third vote goes to Kelly. Fourth vote goes to Hunter. Fifth vote goes to Kelly. Sixth vote goes to Hunter. Seventh vote goes to Kelly. Eighth vote goes to Terry. Ninth vote goes to Kelly.
I don't know what to do with my fingers.
10th vote goes to Hunter. One vote left.
It's gonna be.
And Hunter Ellis is voted.
You were
out.
right.
Wow,
You were right.
that was close though. If Kelly went home, that would have sucked because I do think she's playing a good game so far.
Yeah.
So Alexis, Kelly, Stephanie, and Terry voted Hunter. Ace, Hunter, Omer, Russell voted Kelly, and Adam and Tyson voted Terry.
Okay. So those two are swings
Yeah,
if they decide to go this route.
yeah, pretty much. We'll see if that was just an anti-Hunter alliance that kind of formed there, or if they actually want to stick together. Adam finds the true contender's hidden immunity idol.
This guy, I can't downplay his game, except for the fact that he was yelling and having fights and melting down all the time.
But
So,
he's
like,
finding idols.
and I think that's just what he needed. He needed that sense of security to mellow
Exactly.
out.
Exactly. He doesn't need to be paranoid anymore. Maybe he can actually start getting in with people. Okay. Group number one is Adam, Alexis, Omer, Stephanie, and Tyson. Group number two is Ace, Kelly, both Kellys, Russell, and Terry. And group number one wins reward. This is the meal from Outback Steakhouse.
We're talking about tenders and, steak and stuff. I'm getting hungry.
Oh no, that sounds great. And Terry Dietz wins immunity.
Hell yeah.
Ace and Kelly bond strongly. Kelly is injured but gets treated and can stay in the game.
All right, that's good.
Honestly, maybe you're good to get yourself a little injured so that way you seem like less of a threat right now.
Pulling at Tyson.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm not just targeting this guy. I feel like there are some reasons to get rid of Adam, but because he just missed out on immunity this time around, I might say Ace.
Yeah, I could see it. That's a pretty safe bet. Whoever wins first in individual immunity is usually in trouble at some point because, you
Yeah.
know, it's clear they can win.
Yes.
Adam uses the true contender's hidden immunity idol on himself.
All right.
First vote goes to Adam, does not count. Second vote goes to Adam, does not count. Third vote goes to Adam, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Adam, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Adam, does not count.
Playing right.
Sixth vote goes to Adam, does not count. Seventh vote goes to Omer.
Oh man.
Eighth vote goes to Omer. And Omer is idled out by Adam Klein, the real villain of this season so far. He's taking out fan favorites. He's getting into fights. He's got an idol that's guaranteed to help him if he gets voted, if he gets the votes.
Yeah. He is a tricky one. But now he just used his one idol. So
Yeah.
I guess that's the debate. If you have both, which one do you burn first?
I think you've burned right this one because the super idol can help you in case you get blindsided. But if you know you're getting the votes here, use your regular idol so that way you can protect yourself if you get blindsided later.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, let's keep going here.
Oh wait, we're at the halfway.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay.
All right. So we have Ace, Adam, Alexis, AAA. We have both Kellys, Russell Swan, Stephanie Johnson, Terry Dietz, and Tyson Apostle. Let's see who has the most peeps. You have the most by like 5. So like by 1 difference.
Yeah, pretty close so far.
Yeah, pretty close. And I don't know, I'd say it's tough to say. Like Adam's game is one of those where he's playing good. It's just like he may be in trouble once he runs out of these advantages.
Mm-hmm.
He's
also not playing a good game to win. He could get to the end, but and just get no respect from the jury.
Yeah. Um, everyone else, like there's been a Ace and Russell alliance that is pretty strong at this point.
Mhm.
Um, Other than that, I'm rooting for Tyson. Wentworth, we both enjoy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Let's
And
see.
Alexis still hasn't played her idol yet.
Yeah, yeah, she's holding on to it. If she can make a big play from that, maybe she can make a end game kind of run. Um, okay, so group number one, we got Alexis, Russell, and Stephanie. Group number two is Ace, Adam, and Kelly. Group number three is Wigglesworth, Terry, and Tyson. And that group wins reward. They win a trip to a spa with lunch.
Nice.
And Kelly Wentworth wins immunity.
All right.
Okay.
Getting to the final soon. Oh
Kelly
wait,
and
this one is like
yeah,
I forget. This one is at
final
4.
four is the
Yeah.
finale.
Disregard what I just said, people.
Yep. Kelly and Terry bond strongly. Ace has a major meltdown, not good for, and Alexis has a major meltdown.
Okay. I
Can we
think
see Alexis playing her idol and idling out Ace?
I can also see Adam just getting votes again, and then whomever. So Tyson has kind of been with him on the last vote with the Kellys. So, you know, do we lose a Terry? I feel like it might be. I think it might be Terry, or if they're going the meltdown route, it could be Ace. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's one of the two. We all know Adam's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I feel like you got to take out some of these pretenders. There are four pretenders right now,
Yeah,
which, if you take out a non pretender here, they could start running away with it.
they could.
Okay, first vote goes to Adam, of course. Second vote goes to Terry. Third vote goes to Terry.
Uh-oh.
Fourth vote goes to Terry. Fifth vote goes to Adam. Sixth vote goes to Terry. Seventh vote goes to Adam.
Do we at least
Nope, Terry goes home. Adam keeps his super idol.
dang it.
He's just getting a free path to the end with his idol, I think.
Yeah. Then again, the contestants don't know, but
Yeah. Well, maybe he's told some people.
hmm.
So the Kellys and Terry were the ones on the outs there. Okay, final eights. And Kelly finds the true contender's hidden immunity idol.
Nice, nice.
Okay, she definitely needs that. Okay, reward. Group number one is Ace, Adam, Alexis, and Stephanie. Group number two is Kelly Wentworth, Kelly Wigglesworth, Russell, and Tyson. I feel like they keep getting paired up together. And group number one wins reward. They win a trip to Kaleo Cave, a barbecue lunch, and letters from home.
Nice.
Good on them. And who wins immunity? Adam Klein wins immunity. His game is so complex because he's playing like kind of a good game, but he just had
Yeah,
such bad like relationship skills for so long.
I know. It's so bizarre in that sense. And I feel like he's cooled down a lot since
Yeah,
pre-merge, but still.
exactly. Adam and Stephanie bond strongly.
Nice.
Alexis and Stephanie have a major fight. Oh, he bonded with someone, and that has spread to make her now have a fight with someone else. He's
Oh wow.
he's contagious.
Oh, I guess.
And it dissolves their alliance. He broke up Alexis and Stephanie. And Stephanie now joins the alliance though of Ace and Russell.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting how that's shaped out. Um, okay,
Not quite sure how this plays out.
I'm gonna say Alexis.
I think she might play her idol here though.
Yeah, that's very possible.
Uh, because the two Kellys have been consistently working together.
Yeah,
Tyson's kind of floating around.
yeah, and the Kellys were on the were on the outs last vote. So
Yeah, I could see Stephanie or maybe one of the Kellys. Kelly has a thing is, there's three different idols that are in play right now. Adam's not going home, so there's really just two. So it's tough to say who may be going home
Mhm.
because one of them could definitely be. Both of them are targets.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's tough to tell.
Yeah, it could go a lot of ways right now. Okay. First vote goes to Ace.
Okay.
Second vote goes to Alexis. Third vote goes to Alexis. Fourth vote goes to Ace. Fifth vote goes to Alexis. Sixth vote goes to Ace. Seventh vote goes to Ace. And Ace is voted out finally.
I will say I got to give credit to Alexis for still having this idol.
Yeah.
When getting it, she was actually the first one to get an idol in this season.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
kudos to her.
she hasn't burned it when she hasn't needed it yet. So good
Yeah,
job. So Ace, Russell, and Stephanie, so that alliance that just came together, are of the ones on the outs.
yeah.
I
All
could
right.
see potentially one of them going home next, but we will see who wins immunity first. Or we got our survivor auction first. Tyson wins
Nice.
popcorn, candy, and a glass of soft drink.
Nice.
Kelly wins a covered item, quesadillas, guacamole, salsa, and a cold margarita.
I would like that right now.
Alexis wins a choice of two covered items, a steak sandwich and iced tea, or a bowl of rice and a glass of water. She chooses the steak sandwich and iced tea.
Nice.
Russell wins a covered item. That's the bowl of rice and a glass of water. So have fun with that, Russell.
Yeah.
Tyson wins three succulent barbecue ribs and a bottle of cold beer.
I love how succulent it's just there.
Yeah, it's the Woo ribs right there. They were succulent. Stephanie wins an advantage in the game, a clue to a hidden immunity idol.
Ooh.
And Tyson wins immunity.
Nice.
Stephanie and Tyson have a minor disagreement.
Wait, hold up. Is the idol still in play or
It does
no?
not look like it.
So she kind of wasted her money.
Yeah. Well, good on her. Just getting nothing and now
Yeah.
fighting with Tyson afterwards. Yeah, Tyson probably called her out like you shouldn't have spent your money on that. You just put a target on your back, and she's
I
like,
think especially she wasn't in the majority last time.
yeah,
Uh, she has been getting to fights with Alexis, so it might be her this time around.
yeah. I think Stephanie's in trouble here. First vote goes to Kelly. Second vote goes to Stephanie. Third vote goes to Adam. Adam's still raking up votes. Fourth vote goes to Kelly.
Oh no.
Fifth vote goes to Adam. Sixth vote goes to Stephanie. One vote left.
Who is it?
Stephanie.
Okay. I would have hated if Kelly went home there. I would have been mad.
So Adam, Alexis, Tyson voted Stephanie. The Kellys still voting together voted Adam, and Russell and Stephanie voted Kelly.
One of the best alliances we have seen.
The Kellys. We need the Kellys to get together with like Regina George, and they that would be a fun Mean Girl alliance there.
That would be.
Okay, final six. We got two more eliminations before we even get to the finale. Okay, reward. Group number one is Alexis, Kelly Wigglesworth, and Tyson versus Adam Klein, Kelly Wentworth, and Russell Swan. And group number one wins reward. They win a trip to bring supplies to school kids, hamburgers, and hot dogs.
Nice. I like this episode,
Yeah.
just in general.
Hey, you're going to
Tyson
like it more with
wins.
Tyson with his second individual immunity.
Heck yeah.
Okay. And Kelly leaves the alliance of Alexis, Kelly Wigglesworth, and Tyson.
So, I wonder
Is she
because I
trying
feel
to
like
get votes on her to play her idol?
she might. Because there's only a few more opportunities where you can play that. This and next time.
Yeah.
Because you can at 4.
Yeah. So maybe she's hoping she can make a big move on a power player and be able to get herself a new alliance for next episode. I don't know.
We'll see. I mean, if you vote Adam, he's gonna rise from the dead.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Here it goes. First vote goes to Adam. Second vote goes to Adam. Third vote goes to
Oh
Kelly.
no. Oh no, don't do this.
Fourth vote goes to Kelly.
Oh, don't do this.
Fifth vote goes to Russell.
What is going on? Is it Kelly? It's Kelly.
And Kelly goes home in
Oh
a
no.
3-2-1 votes.
Adam still has that.
He's guaranteed Final Four now.
So is Alexis.
Yeah.
So that leaves either Russell, Kelly, Wigglesworth, or Tyson to go home next.
Yeah. I think Wigglesworth and Alexis were on the outs there.
Bless you.
Thank you, thank you.
Both Kellys voting together to the very, very end.
Yeah. What a duo there.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Reward challenge. Tyson wins reward and he shares it with Adam.
All right. Come on, Tyson, win this.
Tyson wins
Yeah!
third individual immunity.
Okay.
Is he going to just challenge these?
His time on the challenge has really improved his challenge game.
Exactly.
Not that it wasn't bad at all, but like.
Yeah, now it's on a different level.
Exactly.
Okay. Wigglesworth leaves the alliance of Alexis and Tyson, and Russell is completely worn out and not giving up. So by that, it's telling me Wigglesworth is in trouble.
Well, I mean, because here's the thing. With Tyson having his, immunity necklace, two of the other people being immune, that only leaves 2 options. So it's not looking good for either. But with that, yeah, it's probably Wigglesworth.
Yeah. Yeah, Alexis uses her idol, of course, just making sure she's safe. First vote goes to Alexis, does not count. Second vote goes to Wigglesworth. Third vote goes to Wigglesworth. Fifth vote goes to Adam. And Wigglesworth is voted out. Adam never has to use this idol.
Nope.
Okay, so Russell is really on the outs here.
All right, here we are, finale. So we got Adam, Alexis, Russell, and Tyson. And it's 2-2 for both of us. We have 2 pretenders and 2 champions. So the contenders, ironically, since you put down true contenders for this, we just lost our last contender.
Yeah.
So I will say I do think Adam may have won duos or something. Or not duos. I think he won something in the past. A season of Brand Steel.
I might have to. Yeah, he hasn't won yet.
He may have.
I'm pretty positive he hasn't.
I know you would know, but there's like something in my head because I know there's one where
he's done very well in like 2 brand steals, but he hasn't actually been the winner.
Then who? It might have been Cochran.
There's Cochran. There's Christian Hubicki has won as well.
I know this was like either this might have been a series 2 one because like it was like I think it was like Place Your Threats. It's where Terry and Bob made it far or something.
Sure, I mean,
I know it was one of the nerds because I know Adam and Terry were tied.
Yeah,
together because that's what made them.
Cochran won Place Your Threats.
Okay, all right. So I was worried. I didn't want Adam to be a 2-time winner.
Yeah. He's not.
Okay.
Yeah, none of these people have won. Yeah, I mean, Adam, Russell, and Tyson have all 3 of them have been close in the past.
Yeah. So and
Alexis is
Alexis,
potentially first time, and she's here in the finale.
yeah, we'll see. Um, I'd say Adam and Tyson are playing great games.
Mhm.
I wouldn't count out Alexis either. Russell has been kind of on the outs, but it's a final two this season.
Mhm.
Maybe if one has garnered a lot of hate, he
Like
could pull out
Adam.
a W that way.
Yeah, I think if he sits at the end with Adam and Adam's jury management was as bad as we seem
Terrible.
to think it was, he might win.
We'll see. We'll see.
Mhm. Okay. Let's see who wins immunity. Russell wins immunity.
All right. There are no idols.
No idols here. Oh, Adam and Alexis have a minor disagreement. Adam,
Is it going to be Adam?
are they finally going to get rid of him?
I feel like it might be Fire.
Yeah, Adam and Tyson have been together for most of the season.
It's like an 8-9 alliance.
Yeah. Yeah, we might be getting Adam versus Alexis potentially.
Fire.
Yeah, they just had that disagreement. It was probably about fire. Who knows? First vote goes to Adam. Second vote goes to Alexis. Third vote goes to Adam. Fourth vote goes to Alexis. We are tied. Okay. First vote goes to Alexis. And second vote goes to Adam. We are going to fire. Who is going to the final three for a chance to make it to the final two?
Come on, Alexis.
Alexis, the tribe has spoken. Adam Klein. Oh, Adam Klein, the true villain of the season, taking out another fan favorite.
All right. So these are the final three. It all depends on who wins and who wants to bring who.
Yep. Clearly it looks like Russell needs this win, I think.
I mean, do you break this alliance though?
It seems like Adam is more willing to break the alliance with Tyson. But he's broken so many, like he has said such bad jury management. He also votes Tyson off, like, Tyson's gonna turn that whole jury against him.
Come on, Tyson, win this.
Tyson wins a final immunity.
All right.
That's four
so
immunities.
He has a strong, even if he goes with Adam at the end, he has a very strong argument at the end.
Exactly.
So.
Okay. Who is he going to vote off? Who is he bringing to the final two?
I think I can see either or, honestly, but given the numbers, he might bring Adam. I think it's a stronger I'd say 60% he brings Adam, 40% he brings Russell.
I would say 70 Adam, 30 Russell. So pretty much in the same ballpark there.
Yeah.
And Russell Swan is voted out.
All right, come on, Tyson. You got to pull this out.
Okay, it's Adam, the villain of the season, versus Tyson.
This is like the closest he's ever been.
Yeah, and honestly, I think he's got this in the bag. I just can't see Adam, after all what he has done on this season, beating Tyson here.
Here's the thing. We're talking about Ryan's luck here.
I'm sure it can't be that bad. I'm sure it can't be that. Adam has literally yelled at everyone on this jury.
Let's proceed.
Okay, waiting for the winner to be revealed. First vote goes to Adam. Second vote goes to Tyson. Third vote goes to Tyson. Fourth vote goes to Tyson.
Maybe I can rest a little.
Fifth vote goes to Tyson.
All right, we're good.
Sixth vote and winner is Tyson Apostle.
Thank you. This makes up for the Ellie thing.
Wow.
Thank you.
Only person to vote for Adam was Stephanie. Okay. And which, to be fair, Adam's only bond through this entire game where he wasn't yelling at someone was with Stephanie. The one
Good
time he
thing.
didn't yell at someone.
Well, yeah. Um,
And
man.
Adam wins the fan favorite. I think this is warranted though.
Yeah, very much so.
I think despite him losing here, I think he was definitely the biggest character of the season. He all the screen time seemed to center around him for a good chunk of the season.
I agree.
Okay, so there we go.
Ellie,
Ellie just missing out or just getting rocked out there.
pains me.
Yeah, unfortunate. So yeah, I mean, I think I think this final four good potential returnings players, Kelly Wentworth as well. I mean, the
Yeah,
Kellys.
both
Um,
Kellys.
yeah,
Um,
I would say probably just this final six are the ones I would look at as returning players.
Probably. If we have a last chance, I might bring Ellie back
Yeah,
because I feel so bad.
yeah, that's a good one there. Maybe Hunter Ellis if you really want to bring Hunter Ellis back, give him another chance.
I think I'm good.
You're good. So Kelly Wentworth, Adam Klein, and Tyson Fossil were the most strategic players. Adam with 20.
Dang.
Tyson didn't get any votes. So if Stephanie voted for Tyson to win, he would have played a perfect game.
Yeah, that would have been. We've gotten. I think we've gotten that before
Yeah,
here.
Keith Nail was our perfect game.
Oh yeah. So we'll see. He definitely has a very respectful win, and
Mhm.
this kicks off. What is this? Series 5.
No, this is still part of series 4, but now we're on season 14, I want to say.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because it's weird because we had that break because of the actual season of Survivor, but series 4 would have then just been one season, which doesn't make it a series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah,
Well, I thought this was pretty fun.
yeah.
Uh, we have another classic Ryan elimination that hurts his soul. You know, so much so, I had to put on pants and everything for it.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, that's a great moment right there. Don't want you jumping up, doing a poo.
Well, I mean, I had underwear on, but
Yeah.
I think it's, time that I just wear pants during stuff.
Uh,
Because this happened to me. This almost happened to me. So there was I was part of this quiz show,
mhm.
Quiz Club. If you guys want to check it out by Dante Martinez, you'll see me struggling to lift up Mjolnir in the thumbnails. Those are the ones I'm in. And it was like a charades round, and it was Pennywise, and I was going to do the dance. I'm like, hang on a sec, I need to put on shorts. Uh, yeah.
Nice,
Um,
nice. But yeah, this was a good one. I thought that it was definitely some fun character moments and stuff that happened in here. And yeah, deserving winner of Tyson. Um,
I agree.
and
I
I
agree.
want to see if Adam is going to come into this next All Stars, bringing this villain energy.
Maybe it worked wonders for him, except for the end.
Yeah, it
So
got him to the end. I don't think he's made it to the end. I think he's made it like far, but I don't think he's made the final 2 or 3 yet.
we just have to update our database.
Exactly. Yeah, it's getting so crazy at this point. I mean,
We have we have over like 200 or 300 at this point because I know when we did the top. Oh, it's might be in the 500s.
for unique players.
Yeah, because we've
Yeah,
had a lot, especially in the past few seasons, a lot of non-survivor contestants play.
yeah. Like
Fairly
the
to
the,
this.
the first series was mostly Survivor contestants, and then we
Yeah,
kind of went to like one Survivor season per like full season.
yeah. But yeah. Um, so this was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. And yeah, this was a fun we'll see how things pan out for doing another one while season 43 is going on.
Mhm.
Because we have, Thanksgiving next week and then like, other work stuff. It just fit my schedule great this time. So
Yeah,
we'll
exactly.
see we'll see how things pan out for that. But as soon as 43 ends and we do our end of season review and all that stuff,
We're
we'll
right
be
back
back.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
So,
stick around, and we'll catch you in the next one.
all right. Peace.